be and however you may be listening. Live in Los Angeles, iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Christine Leahy is back from assignment. It is great to have you in on a Wednesday. I am going to the Lakers tonight. I'm very, very
excited. You are?
Yeah, I'm going to go with my son. Son's in town. It's spring break in Vegas.
Why are you going tonight?
Because they're playing at home against Dallas, and I figured Dallas is cruddy, so I could get 2 tickets. If I was going like when they were playing the Thunder, I could never get tickets.
I was thinking about going on Friday.
Who are they playing?
The Bucks, I think.
Yeah, that's a better game.
It is a better game.
Yeah.
Where are you sitting?
Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, probably upstairs, third deck.
No, you're not. You're going to be on the court, aren't you?
Not on the court, no. No, I'm not going to spoil my son. No. I don't. No. You can't spoil your kids like that. In fact, I'm going to sit on the court, and he's a third deck.
Because you can't set the bar that high.
That's right. And then the whole life he's going to be like, Dad. I always tell you, granite countertops, crown molding, the death of kids. Trouble.
I think granite's out now. Isn't it like marble or something you're supposed to have?
Well, see, that's kind of good parenting by me. I'm still doing granite. All right, so last night, Cleveland got rocked. Okay. Oh my God. For 3 reasons, it means nothing. Number 1, Kevin Love got his teeth knocked out. The score was 2-2. He's the second best player. Number 2, there's such a reliance on three-point shooting in the NBA. If you have a bad night shooting, Miami did, blowouts are everywhere in the NBA for good teams. Number 3 is they were on the road, regular season, in Miami, riding a 5-game winning streak, in Miami. Miami's the place where the Pittsburgh Steelers several years ago, multiple players vomiting on the field. Think they maybe went out? You live in Pittsburgh, you go to Miami. So Kevin Love got hurt. A lot of blowouts in the NBA, even good teams on the road in Miami riding a 5-game winning streak. But it's LeBron, and so we overreact to everything. Every year, every January, every February, You know the team that should be concerned? The Boston Celtics. But we like them. We like Danny Ainge, and we like Boston, and we like Kyrie Irving. He told LeBron, get out of here. I'm going to read you on paper. Forget the numbers that are worrisome if you're Boston. Because when Kyrie's hurt, that offense is not a playoff offense. Let me read you right now on paper some of their players. Semi Ojeleye, Shane Larkin, Aaron Baines, Terry Rozier, 19-year-old Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Abdel Nader. That sounds like a tanking roster. I'm going to say something now your think is going to be embellished. It's not. They just signed a guy from the Big 3 league. They just play 3 guys at a time. They're hoping he can figure out the 5-on-5 NBA. What's next? A point guard from the AN 1 tour? Let me list, I'll scroll something here, the teams that LeBron and Cleveland have beat this year. I'm going to put up playoff teams and the Cavs and LeBron's record against these playoff teams. It's kind of remarkable. They've beaten 11 playoff teams. LeBron and the Cavs have a winning record against most of these playoff teams. 2-1 against the Celtics, 2-1 against the Sixers, 2-1 against the Wizards, 2-1 against the Heat, 3-1 against the Bucks. Wins against Portland, the Thunder, the Jazz, and the T-Wolves. They're fine. The Celtics just signed a player, and I know it's a Fox deal, from the Big 3 league. Okay? Let's give you... don't be surprised if you go to a Celtics game and here's the PA announcer introducing the starting lineups.
And now your Boston Celtics starting lineup. At guard from Louisville, Terry Rozier. At guard from Miami, Barry Larkin's son. At guard from the Big 3 League, Xavier Silas. At forward, coming out of retirement from the Harlem Globetrotters, Sweet Lou Dunbar. And at forward from Season 3 of the N1 Mixtape Tour, Hot Sauce.
Y'all ready for this?
That was a pretty good Eddie Palladino impression. That's his name, the guy who does the Celtics intro.
Folks, Kevin Love's teeth got knocked out. The score was 2-2. It's in Miami, riding a 5-game winning streak. They're going to be okay. Kyrie's out, may miss the first round. That's not okay. The Celtics have played Miami, I think, 3 times this year. They've lost 2 of them. Their roster, 5 years into the rebuild, looks like a tanking roster if Kyrie doesn't play. LeBron's okay. Here's something that's not okay. A general manager of an NFL team in New York who I'm not sure knows what he's doing. So Odell Beckham's really, really talented. And if I had to keep Odell Beckham, I would. I mean, he does some squirrely stuff. He was in Europe recently with a model, a pizza, a blunt, and what appeared to be a credit card and blow. Not a great look, but he's not my quarterback, and he's not my coach, and he's not my GM. He's a perimeter player, and I'm okay with it. Now, if I could trade him, I would. And that's not just on Odell Beckham. That's because I think the Giants are in a rebuild, and they're just not admitting it. I said this yesterday. When a restaurant puts under new management, what that sign is really saying is, nobody ate here. Our menu sucked. Cleveland's admitting that. Indy's admitting that. San Francisco's admitting. They've all put up an under new management sign on their franchise. They're owning it. We're not very good. Our menu's bad. The Giants, I believe, have an equally bad roster, save a few defensive players, and they just don't want to admit it. They're playing around with the awning. You need the sign. I'd give up Odell, not just because of Odell, because I think you could get a first and a second-round pick for him, or maybe a first and 2 fourths. And then you could trade down your number 2 pick and get 5 more picks. But Dave Gettleman's the new GM. And he talked about Odell, and he said something, and I just don't know if he could be more wrong. Here it is.
The bottom line is, Ernie taught me, and I told you guys this, you don't quit on talent. He's on our team. You know.
And he will be on your team?
Hey, listen, I don't know if I'm going to, drop dead of a heart attack in 2 seconds. He's on the team, Kim. What do you want me to tell you?
That he's not available via trade.
He's on the team right now.
Okay, so you don't quit on talent. I'm going to give you T.O.'s last year with 5 different teams. His last year with San Francisco, T.O. had 1,100 yards and 9 TDs. The Niners quit on him. He went to Philadelphia in 7 games his last year, 760 yards, 6 touchdowns. Philly quit on him. He then went to Dallas. He was real good. His last year there, he had 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns. Dallas quit on him. In Buffalo, where I think Greg Toohey, our producer, was quarterbacking the team, he had 900 yards and 5 touchdowns, good numbers. Even Buffalo quit on him. He went to Cincinnati, 983 yards, 9 touchdowns. T.O.'s a Hall of Famer. 5 different teams quit on him. By the way, that GM for the Giants, he quit on Josh Norman and wide receiver Steve Smith. You quit on talent all the time. And unlike radio and TV that I work in sports, you can trade talent and get more young, often cheaper talent. An NFL GM's job, his job description, is assess talent, identify talent, use talent, and often trade talent. You give up on talent all the time. You assess the difficulty with it, the expense for it. And unlike every other business in America, I mean, if you had an account executive in my business who was good but a pain in the butt, you couldn't go to another company and get 2 salespeople for her or him. But in sports, it's unique that you can take great talent that comes with a little noise and baggage and get really good other talent that you can coach up, groom. That's what being a GM is. So when Dave Gettleman says, you never quit on talent, you constantly quit on talent. At some point, the Patriots are not going to pay $23 million for a 49-year-old Tom Brady. It's the quitting talent business. T.O. 5 times. That's what you do. Assess, identify, use, trade, move in, move out of talent. I can give you examples where Dave Gettleman has done that. In the NFL, they allow you, like virtually no other business, to move talent and get other talent. What do you mean you don't quit talent? All the time. Coming up next, I wouldn't, they might, and they're smarter than me. That's next. You'd never turn down free money, right? Well, if you're shopping online without the best coupons, you're not essentially giving money away. You are. Fortunately, there's a free browser extension, and it's called Honey. And when you're online shopping, which you're prone to do, I'm prone to do, everybody's prone to do, in 2 clicks, you add Honey to your browser. Doesn't cost you anything, free. It automatically saves you money while you're shopping. It applies the best coupon. It scans and tests millions of coupons in the background. Over 7 million people use it, saving millions. It's free money. So if you shop online, and everybody does, right? Step up your game today and do it for free. Free. All you do is go to joinhoney.com/herd. HERD. Joinhoney.com/herd.